Hello everyone, Jeffrey Leuchter here to unravel the tangled web of the spring real estate market of 2024. And let me tell you, it's been one for the books. I'm here to cut through the noise and offer you an unfiltered look at what's really happening. This April, the real estate market has faced challenges that are hard to ignore, and it's my job to give you the unvarnished truth. Last month, we saw a mere 7,114 homes change hands. To put this into perspective, you'd have to leaf through the archives all the way back to April 2001 to find a month with similarly low sales figures. That's over 20 years of data pointing to a remarkably slow market pace. Now, some may recall April 2020, a month drastically impacted by global events, and use it as a reference point to argue that things aren't as bleak. Well, it's true that April 2020 was an outlier for many reasons. If we set aside the unique situation, the reality remains that April's performance is one of the poorest we've encountered in decades. It's a significant downturn that signals a broader economic sentiment and potentially deeper issues within the housing market itself. Why does this matter? Because these numbers represent real families, individuals, and investors who are finding themselves in a market that's more challenging than it has been in a long time. Lower sales volumes like these can ripple across the economy, affecting everything from consumer confidence to financial markets. For potential sellers, it's a wake-up call to recalibrate expectations. For buyers, it signals a market that might afford more leverage than in previous years. This stark decrease in home sales is a crucial indicator of the health of the real estate market. Understanding these figures help us anticipate market trends, prepare for the future shifts, and navigate the complexities of real estate with eyes wide open. And let's delve into why this downturn is more than just concerning. It's downright alarming. When we see home sales plummet as they have, it's a glaring red flag waving at us, signaling deep-seated issues in the market. This dramatic drop is a clarion call that all is not well in the realms of real estate and broader economic health. Consider the forces at play here. Economic stability is a prime suspect behind these unsettling trends. When the economy teeters on the edge of instability, it sends shockwaves through the housing market. Potential buyers become hesitant, fearing job losses or declines in income, which in turn leads to fewer sales transactions. Moreover, let's not overlook the impact of the rising interest rates. As borrowing costs climb, the affordability of homes takes a hit. Higher interest rates mean higher monthly mortgage payments, which many prospective buyers might find daunting. This scenario tends to freeze both buying and selling activities. As buyers wait for more favorable conditions and sellers hold off in hope of better offers, these factors, economic shocks and fluctuating interest rates, fundamentally alter the dynamics of buying and selling homes. They can turn a seller's market into a buyer's market almost overnight. They can lead longer-term stagnation in the housing sector, which can have cascading effects on the wider economy. This isn't merely a downturn. It's a stark warning that requires us to brace ourselves and navigate carefully through the potentially turbulent waters in the real estate market. Buyers and sellers to stay informed and approach their real estate decisions with a heightened sense of caution and awareness of the market's reality. Of course, there's always that one TikTok realtor, all smiles, telling you it's the perfect time to buy. The market's hot, they say. But let's cut through the hype. The market tells its own truth, and so do I. Right now, we're talking about a chasm between sales and new listings. Remember, those heady days when open houses felt like Black Friday sales, crowds of eager buyers, a frenzy of offers, sometimes 50 deep for a single home. Fast forward to now, and the scene has shifted dramatically. You might find yourself wandering through an open house where the most significant presence is the echoing silence. Yes, you could quite literally conduct a soliloquy in the living room, or perhaps rehearse your Shakespeare because it's just you, the realtor, and maybe a curious neighbor who's come to snoop around. So next time that ever optimistic TikTok realtor posts a sparkling video about rushing to buy in a buyer's market, take it with a grain of salt, or maybe a whole shaker. The reality on the ground has shifted. And these days, getting a personal tour isn't just a luxury, it's practically guaranteed. After all, who else is going to be there? Let's dive deep into these figures, because while a drop from 7,500 to 7,100 in sales might sound minor on the surface, it's the context that reveals the real story. Here's the kicker. The number of new listings hasn't just increased, it has exploded, skyrocketing to levels that far outpace the rate of sales. This surge has dramatically widened the gap between how many homes are available and how many are actually selling. So what does this widening chasm in the market data really mean for you? Well, whether you're buying or selling, first off, the buyers out there, this is your wake-up call to slow down. There's no need to get caught up in a bidding war. The days of desperately scrambling to snag any available property are behind us, at least for now. The market has shifted, and it's now moving at a pace where you have the luxury to breathe, assess, and make thoughtful decisions. And sellers, this shift means recalibrating your expectations. Those days of listing a property and watching a bidding war erupt are not a guarantee anymore. With more homes on the market, buyers have more options, which means your home might sit on the market a bit longer than you'd like, or you might have to consider adjustments of your pricing strategy to stand out. In essence, this isn't just a small dip in the market, it's a significant shift. It signals a time to reevaluate your strategies and approach the market with a new perspective. Whether you're looking to buy or sell, the landscape has changed, demanding more patience and a strategic approach rather than a rushed one. This is a time for careful consideration, thorough market analysis, and perhaps, most importantly, tempering urgency with wisdom. Now, every cloud has a silver lining, and this shift in the market, several gleaming opportunities, particularly for buyers and investment. This moment could be an excellent chance to enter the market. With a significantly increased inventory and markedly less competition, the often daunting task of finding your perfect home becomes much more achievable. You might just find that ideal place without having to compete against a sea of eager buyers. Let's consider the advantages for investors. In a market like this, where shifts are noticeable, being able to recognize and act upon trends can be incredibly profitable. With more properties available and fewer buyers vying for each one, the chances to negotiate better prices are better than they have been in years. This environment allows for thoughtful selection and negotiation, providing the potential for excellent returns on investment. Furthermore, for both home buyers and investors, these conditions offer the chance to negotiate more favorable terms. Whether it's securing a lower purchase price, more advantageous closing conditions, or additional concessions from sellers, the opportunities to craft a deal that better suits your financial and lifestyle goals are plentiful. This isn't just about securing a property. It's about making a well thought out decision that aligns with your long-term financial objectives. For those prepared to engage with the market now, the potential benefits are significant. Recognizing these trends and acting on them thoroughly could very well mean the difference between a wise investment and a financial misstep. This is a moment for strategic action, and for those ready to take it, the potential rewards are substantial. Let's shift our focus to Calgary for a moment. Why is this an exception to the general downturn? While many real estate markets across the country are experiencing a cool down, still shows signs of activity. It's known as one of the more affordable major cities in Canada, which naturally draws attention from both potential residents and keen investors. What makes Calgary stand out? Firstly, cost of living in Calgary compared to other major urban centers like Toronto or Vancouver is relatively low. This affordability factor is a huge draw. Whether you're a young professional looking for your first home or a family planning to put down roots, Calgary offers that appealing blend of urban life without the steep price tag. Moreover, for investors, Calgary presents a valuable opportunity. As some of the hotter markets begin to reach saturation, finding those pockets of growth potentially becomes key. Calgary is perceived as having a robust growth trajectory. Thus, you have a city that not only offers affordability, housing, but also job security, making it a double win for long-term investors. Everyone from first-time home buyers to seasoned investors is looking to get a piece of that pie before the secret is out and the market adjusts to these advantages, potentially driving prices up. This dynamic makes Calgary an intriguing case study in how different factors like economy, employment opportunities, and affordability intersect to influence real estate trends. It's a vivid example of how local conditions can defy broader national trends, making it a market worth watching for anyone interested in real estate investment or looking for a new place to call home. Let's zoom out for a moment and consider the broader economic landscape that impacts our local real estate markets. It's crucial to understand that dynamics of buying and selling homes aren't just influenced by local trends, but also by a constellation of broader economic factors. These include fluctuating interest rates and even international economic pressures that reach into our daily lives and decision-making processes. Take interest rates, for example. They play a pivotal role in determining the affordability of mortgages. When rates rise, borrowing costs increase, which can cool down the overheated markets by reducing buyers' willingness or ability to pay high prices. Conversely, when rates drop, we often see an uptick in market activity as buyers take advantage of cheaper loans. This is a fundamental economic lever that affects buyers' behavior across the board. Inflation is another critical factor. As the cost of goods and services increase, people may find they have less disposable income to spend on big-ticket items like houses. This can lead to a slowdown in the real estate market, as we're seeing in some areas. However, real estate can also be seen as a hedge against inflation, which might explain sustained interest in certain regions despite broader economic challenges. Now, let's talk about global economic pressures. In today's interconnected world, economic developments in part of the globe can have ripple effects elsewhere. For instance, trade relationships, foreign investment flows, and international financial policies can all influence economic conditions within Canada, impacting everything from job security to real estate values. Focusing back on Canada, consider the contrast between Toronto and Calgary. Toronto's market slowdown can be attributed partly to these broader economic pressures, including high interest rates and inflation impacting buyer affordability. On the other hand, Calgary's continued demand might be driven by its relative affordability and economic stability, buoyed by sectors like energy and technology that attract both workers and investors. This diversity in the national real estate landscape highlights the complexity of the market and underscores the importance of understanding both local and broader economic conditions when making real estate decisions. It's a vivid reminder that real estate is not just about location. It's also about timing, economic climate, and thorough analysis of both local and global economic trends. I've been closely following your comments, your concerns about affordability, your queries about whether now is the right time to buy or sell. These are not just routine questions. They are crucial, reflecting the real concerns and dilemmas you face. I understand that the decision to buy or sell a home is among the most significant choices you can make. It's not just about the numbers and charts. It's deeply personal, affecting your future and that of your family. Fundamental truth about the real estate market. It's ultimately about people. Whether it's deciding to buy your first home, sell a cherished family residence, or invest in what could be a pivotal financial asset, these decisions carry weight. They're about your life, your security, and your dreams. they deserve careful consideration and informed decision making. I want to ensure that you have all the resources and support you need to navigate these decisions. Whether you're trying to figure out if now is the time to enter the market or if you should wait it out, or how to get the best value for your property, I'm here to help. For more detailed information, check the description below where I've included links to resources and my contact information. If you need personal advice or have specific questions that you'd like to discuss one-on-one, don't hesitate to schedule a call with me. I'm here to assist you in making the most informed decisions in this complex and ever-changing market. Remember, you're not alone in this journey, and with the right guidance, you can navigate this market with confidence. Let's keep this conversation going. I want to hear from you, your fears, your hopes, your experiences. Share them in the comments below, and let's navigate this challenging market together.